Alright, Alico3 here, and today we're going to do a different type of video. We are going to focus on the 1960s and Topps vintage baseball cards. This is just going to be a fun discussion because we're going to see all the different sets. They're all in PSA holders, but the main premise of this video is just to create a discussion on the 1960s sets and compare your favorites to your least favorites, I guess. My favorite's 1960 and my second favorite's 64. That's just my personal choice on these sets. So let's just start it off right now with a 1960 Topps Eddie Matthews, and this is a beautiful card. He is a member of the Milwaukee Braves. The thing I like about this one is they do the double image here. So you got one like kind of posing with the bat, and then you also have a fielding pose. So to me it's just neat how they sync those two together, and it just works pretty flawlessly. So let's take a look at the back. On the back you always have these little cartoons in the 60s. So, and was the NL Home Run King last year. So there's the back. This is a horizontal view type of card. So that's 1960 Topps. 1961, they went with the vertical design. This is a Yaz PSA 6, graded a long time ago. And this is actually not a rookie. His rookie's 1960. So, and it almost looks like a painting, the picture doesn't look real to me. I don't think it is, but there's your little cartoon. Yaz was a star, top basketball in high school. So that's 1961, and it's a nice looking set. It's not one of my favorites from the 60s, but 1962, Topps opted for the wood grain finish for the borders, and it actually looks really cool. And 1987 Topps always reminds me of 62. So the one thing with these is the wood grain borders tend to get beat up pretty bad. This is beat up bad for a 5, but it's centered very well, so I think that's why it got the 5 that it did, or else it'd be like a 3 or 3.5. The back's much nicer, and there's a little cartoon and a little paragraph, and they only chose to show his last year stats on this one. So 62 Topps. 63, they went back to the double image, and this might be right there with 64. I don't know. All these sets are awesome. It's hard to just pick one. I mean, it's kind of like your mood. But so you got the image, you got like a little smaller circle image, and I think each team has like a different color on the bottom here. I could be wrong on that, but I definitely think that is a high probability. There's your cartoon at the top, and then they added in like all the years he's pitched professionally, even the minor leagues. So very cool. There's your Bob Gibson PSA 5, and that one looks damn good for a 5. So this is something I pulled from the store. It's actually not my card, but it's a badass 64 Topps Sandy Koufax PSA 9. This is a mint copy of it, so just a beautiful example. I like 64. It's simple, but it just pops. So you got the team name, which works great with the card. Then you got your photo. It's a square. Then you got the player name, and on the back they're showing all the stats. So it looks like they added in a little trivia question, but they took away the cartoon in 64. So that's something I just found out. That's why it's fun to look through sets year by year. And this idea just came to me last night, so I decided to do a video on it. I don't know how the channel, my subscribers, will take to it, but I'm sure there's some vintage baseball people that'll like to discuss this. Here's 65. So you got Mays kind of in the middle to probably a little past his prime by this point. 65. So 1965, I got the all white borders going on. Great looking set, as all of these are. There's no trivia on the back. They got all the stats listed and a little paragraph and kind of like height and weight. It always baffles me how small Mays was and the type of numbers he put up. 5'11", 180. That's nuts. So there's Mays. And we're going to 66 now. And we got Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. This is a great looking set too. I like how they did a little team name right there. They stayed with the white borders. The shots of the players look great in this set. On the back, they added back in the cartoons, so they must have wanted to add those in. The Rookie of the Year in 63. So there's a 66, and then how about 67? Here is a Roberto Clemente. Let's look at the front first. So team name in purple, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if the Pirates ever had purple in their uniform, but it actually looks pretty cool. The fake signature there, so they added that in this year. It's called a Facilme or something. I probably said that wrong. But PSA 7 on this one, and this is a great looking little action shot. You can see the trees in the background and the light there. So in the back they got the cartoons going on. A double cartooned card here. So there's a 67, and then 68 is Mantle, PSA 7. This is from my PC actually. It's off center as you can see, but this is actually really, I mean, I said it before, all these sets are cool. They're awesome. So one image, the team name is kind of small. I'm not a huge fan of that little, I don't know. And then, but I do like how they use different color font for the first and last name. That's cool. Back cartoon. It's actually a trivia question. And all his stats. So played Kansas City minor league ball before he got called up in 50. Yeah, played with Kansas City before he got called up with the Yankees. People in the hallway just screaming right now. I don't know what's going on. 69, Nolan Ryan. So, and then with this one, this is an awesome set too. So there's the team name and position, or the player name and position, team name at the bottom in yellow, and the back you have 68, a Met record by Nolan Ryan, blazing speed. So, and it's got all his stats too. So 1960 Topps baseball, just absolutely beautiful cards. That's it. I'm gonna pull my two favorite, and you guys post in the comments section which ones you guys like the best. This is just tough to pick, honestly. It'll depend on the day for me. I'm gonna put these in my top 5 real quick. I don't know, guys, this is tough, but this is my favorite. 60, second favorite. It would depend on the day, honestly. I'll go 64, then 63, and then 4th is 68, and then 5th would be 62. So that's just kind of how I ranked them. I just kind of looked at them real quick and gave me my quick ranking. I kind of knew my top 3, and I picked my 4 and 5. So that's Topps baseball in the 1960s. I'm actually working on vintage binders with a bunch of these cards. It's great picking these up for, you know, awesome Hall of Fame players for like $3 to $7 for a, you know, a card that's not in the best shape, but it still holds this value of nostalgia. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna get this one uploaded later.